Welcome back, beautiful beings. This is series 3 of using up my baby stamps, and these are the last 3 I have. We have a little bottle, we have a dove with a letter, and we have a stork with a bundle of joy. And we're going to be making baby tags and baby belly bands for my girl and boy baby journal. Okay, beautiful beings, I have an old pillowcase. Okay, I've just been using this. It's cotton. Okay, and I have a piece down here, and this is a stork I'm going to be printing, stamping, and this is from American Crafts. Okay, I got it at Joann's, I think. I'm pretty sure it was from Joann's. This one is from, I believe, Joann's also. This is Hero Arts of a dove with an envelope. Then I got a bottle, and it doesn't say nothing on it. But that's what we're going to be playing with. But all we're going to be using in this, just to show you, I'm going to be doing a stork. But here's a dove and some bottles, because I haven't done any of them yet. And I also did do the dove with the envelope on some of the fabrics. Okay, let me show you. Like here, I did it in purple, and then I couldn't fit another one, so I just did some of the t-shirts that we did in a different video. Okay, I'm pretty sure all these stamps are from Joann's when it was opened. Okay, and I did different colored ones with the stamps, just so you can see there's a blue stork. Okay, and just so you know, I didn't have scraps that much, I printed the t-shirts from the onesies from the other video. Okay, but I'm gonna do the stork, and I wanted to just show you how I did it. Okay, I line up my stamps. I use the big ones so they're available just to hold down the other piece of fabric. Take the color and put it on the stamp. Like this. I didn't want to spend too much time on this because most of us know how to stamp, and if you don't, I'm going to show you how to do it on fabric. I just put the stork, I pull the fabric down a little bit so it's even, and then I just put it on there, and then I hold it down for a bit so the ink goes through the fabric. Okay, beautiful beings. If you've never stamped on fabric, this is cotton fabric. It's an old pillowcase that I just use for scraps like this to stamp on, or for other things. And I'm just going to go through the various different color and different brands of ink I have and stamp down stork with a bundle of joy and see how it turns out. Here I did some blue ones on some paper that I just used a white piece of scrap and put broken china and faded blue jean on it. Stamped it around in the different colors, and then stamped it with a different color of blue. Here I'm going to cut this and probably do some more of the stork with a bundle of joy. Then I'm going to show you how to glue them down to a piece of paper, and then how to cut them out to make embellishments out of them. So now I have this piece extra to do, like maybe more of these or the stork. Okay, and then if I have a little piece left over, I'll do more onesies or even a bottle. Okay, but this one's full. Okay, that's what it looks like close up. Okay, that one's messed up. This one is, and there's that one. I have this. This is scrap paper. It's just printer paper, and it's scrap. And I'm going to take this and glue it down onto it, because that will work. So if you have any scraps, it doesn't have to be white. You can even change the color to match the color stamp you used. Okay, here's my Mod Podge Maddie. Okay, and my brush. And I'm just gonna take this, dip it in there. It's almost empty, I have to get more. I'm gonna wipe it off, and then I'm just gonna take this and put some glue right here, like that. and just put that right into it. Okay. If I cut these, I'll probably get more on here on this scrap of paper. So I am going to cut these apart. I think it's better to cut them apart, because then you get some glue in there on the fabric where you didn't get it before. Like that. Make sure you don't pull it, because it will make, like this bird, it'll make it longer. And you don't want it longer. You just want it to be where the stamp is. So be careful not to stretch the fabric out. And I'm just checking to make sure I didn't get enough glue there. Okay. And it does look really nice after they're out. But I think you're getting, even if you just do it this way, it's easier too. Okay. Make sure you have a mat that you can wipe right off, like I have. I got this mat, if you're new to the channel, from Hobby Lobby. You can wipe paint as long as you do it and then wipe the paint or the glue right off. It cleans right up. Okay. Put that one over there. Whoop. Not doing it that way. Blurred it. I blurred the bird doing it that way, beautiful things. And it's not sticking, so don't do that. Don't do it that way. That's how we learn, beautiful things. Don't do it that way. Do it right on the paper. Do not do it on the bird. But I don't know if I can save this bird, so I'm going to press that down so I can get the ink. I don't think I'm going to be able to save it, but it's blurry. But let's try it. You might want to wait until your ink's completely dry also, beautiful beings. I just want to show you mistakes so you know what not to do. It's blurry, so don't do it that way. Okay, this is how we learn, beautiful beings. All right, now I'm going to take some glue and put it down for the other one right here. Okay, so now we know how to glue down stamped fabric. Put the glue on the paper and then gently with your fingers just tap down the part that's stamped, because I'm going to cut this out anyway. So I'm just going to go around the parts that are stamped just a little bit so I have a clean cut. So we learned something together. Pink one, put the pink one here. I'm just dabbing with my finger to make sure it's glued where the stamp is again. Okay, and I got a purple one. And then I'm gonna let these completely dry, okay? I'll give you a close up. See how blurry that one is? It's terrible blurry. I'm gonna let them completely dry and then I'm gonna cut them out. And I'm gonna do that with all the other ones I did. Here's some blue ones, okay? And I got purple ones that were cut off this one. But yeah, and then I did do these ones with the bottle ones, the bottle stamp. Okay, here's a bottle stamp. And then our dove, okay? And I might do some more on like maybe colored paper of the bottles, but I'm pretty much done with the stork and the dove, okay? So I'll probably do some more bottles on different colored papers also, scraps. So I might as well do that now. And then I'm gonna have to finish gluing everything down. And then I'm gonna have to find some like pink too. But where's the blue? Here's the blue. Here's some blue. We're gonna stamp this with Archive ink from Ranger, Manganese blue, and also Distress Oxide Faded Jean from Ranger. Let's see what the difference is. I'm going to start with the lighter one first. Probably do the same thing on pink. You see how the color starts to go to a different color. Okay, so you got different looking bottles. And that plum's really not showing up very well. But you're getting the idea. So I'm going to cut everything out, stamp some pink bottles down, and glue down my cotton paper. Then cut everything out, beautiful beings. Okay, beautiful beings. I got the bottles cut out. There's all the blue ones. And when it's, what was it, plum? Okay. And then there's my glitter pens that I did the nipples with. And then my markers I went around with. Okay. And here's all the bottles in different colors. And I did some so you can see the difference. And I left some so you can see them plain. And that one I colored in because it was screwed up. But I used the glitter markers on the nipples, the pink ones, and then on a purple one. There's some blue ones, light blue, dark blue. Okay. And again, and there's markers I used to go around them with that match the color. Okay, beautiful beings. I try to get as close as I can so you see the colors. Here's the storks with a bundle of joy. This is just some of them. I already have some put with some tags that I want to put them on some tags. Okay. And I forgot to show you the stork stamp right there. And there's a stork on the left. Okay. Ready for a project. Then a dove flying with the envelope. Different colors. Most of them are on fabric. Like this one. This one's on paper. That dark pink one is on paper. The mixed pink and purple one is on paper. These ones are on paper. Purple ones are on fabric. That one's on paper. Fabric. There's the stamp. And these are on fabric. And that one's on paper. Okay? Now let's get making stuff with them, beautiful beings. Okay, beautiful beings. I got some tags done. I just wanted to show you what I did. I took our stamp with our dove in an envelope. Okay, and I did 2 with that, and then I took my stork with the bundle of joy and did the rest of them. Okay, now I have this I did in a different video. It's a little clothespin. Okay, I showed you how to do that in the other video. I just wanted to put a pop of color here, and I already glued everything down. This one, all the leftover mesh I had, I glued it down. Okay, and I showed you how to do that in the other video. Then I took my stamp and put it like that. Now I'm going to take some glue and put it just on the clothespin, a little bit, like that. And then just to add a little pop of color to that one, I'm going to put that there. Okay. And then this one, I have these from Dollar Tree. Okay, the pearls. And I want 4 on here. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, and I think I did it wrong, beautiful things. No. 1 there, and then 1 there. Okay. All we need is a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to cut them up. And just add some pearls. Then I'll give you a close-up of the other ones. I'm just going to set that on there very carefully. Like that. One went flying. There it is. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is well and good. And you're getting through these like twilight times. It's like we live in the twilight zone. All right, so that one's done. And I'm going to bring this one in. This one, this is a die cut. I put the same paint on the top because it tore a little bit, and then I put a ribbon in it. Then I put some yarn in that side, and I glued it down. Okay. Then of course I put mesh down, and then I put my little dove on there. And this one, I just want to add a couple pearls here and there. I don't know if I'm going to use it all, but just here and there. Maybe two here, and maybe two here, and then there. That's all I'm going to do. Just add in some pearls in there. There we go. Simple. Okay. Now we got those done. And I got one more, and then I'll give you a close-up of all the other ones. This one I'm going to have to cut them up because I want to put them in between there. I don't know how many I'm going to need. Probably 4. Maybe 5. So we're just going to put some pearls in there. 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 Yep, we're going to need 5. And I'm going to take my stick, pick up these. So get them in there. I just thought they completed the tags. Now I'm going to give you a close-up of everything. Here, I put mesh in the back. Okay. Then I put some lace down. Put 2 pearls there. And then put the pearls, of course, on the flowers. And then I put our little stork stamp there. Okay. And then I put a little piece of mesh on the back of that. This is also a die cut for a tab. Okay. Then I basically did the same thing to this one. It's just different lace. Put mesh, lace, pearls, and then a stork. Okay. And then I put mesh there also. This one's going in Clara's journal that I'm making for her. The newest addition to Kyle's family. My son's family. And then this one, I put a pin on this one also. I'll give you a close up so you can see the detail. And of course I put some tulle down. Then I put some lace down and added pearls to them to make them look like flowers. I've had this tulle for a long time, so I figured this would be a great way to use it up. Beautiful beings. And then another die cut. That's a tag, and I put some tulle on there. And then our sticker, and I put some. On this one I did not put tulle behind the stork. Okay. All the other ones I did, because I didn't think of it until after I glued that down. Same thing, tulle, lace, to hide that. That's why I put the lace down, okay, to hide. Where I joined the colored coordinated cardstock together, but this one's painted. I showed you in a different video, but here's the lace where I hid it. That's why I'm putting the lace on over the tulle. And I don't know why I have such a hard time saying tulle. Close up. Then I just put lace and string up there. And here's the back of that one. And I did put a reinforcer punch thing there. Okay. And here's the one we just did. It's wet still, of course, but it's a close-up of our stork and the tulle behind him. And then I cut off some lace that was on a big piece of lace, and that's how I covered that curve. And then I put the beads on, or the pearls that you just see me put on, okay? And then just lace for the punch hole and reinforcers, okay? And then last but not least, here's this one we just glued down. Our little pin. And then our little dove with a letter. Tulle behind the dove. Lace for the top. And that's what that side looks like. Okay? Then we're going to make belly bands, beautiful beings. Okay, beautiful beings. I glued this on the cardboard you get from your cardstock that your cardstock books are in, right? I have a belly band for the boy going up and one for the girl going across. But I do want to take my corner puncher and go around it, all four. And then to use up my mesh, I'm going to put mesh on top of it. And I think I'm going to sew it on. Okay, so this one will go this way, like that. And I'll put the mesh on, but again, I'm going to sew it on. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe I'll make smaller ones, yeah. Let's do them a little different. So I'm using the medium size one for my 3-in-1 corner punch. Corner punch, different varieties, right? So I'm using an R7 for that one, and I used R10 for that one. So I'm going to, I think, try to sew them on. I don't know if I should just, here, I'll show you in case you don't have a sewing machine. In case you didn't see the other video, it's really simple. All you do is take some glue and put it on the edge like this. Okay, I'll do it to hold it down. And this is blue. I don't know if you can see that. I don't even think I have anything white. I do. Hang on. There you go. You see that? Hold it one more time. There, now you can see it. That's blue. That's blue. Then I got pink. Right. All you do is put it over it like this and leave enough so it, you know, here, let me move that over so I don't get in the glue. Just leave enough. Then you can cut it off after you're done. I'm using up my tulle, beautiful beings. That's what I'm doing. That one was way terrible cut. This one's got sparklies on it. You see that? That's what it looks like. Okay. So I'm just gonna put some glue over here, just a little bit. Hold it down, and then make sure I got the sparkly side, and it covers it all, just like that. It's not on the edge over here, so I'm gonna have to move it over. There we go, and then just go like that, and let it sit and dry. I'm gonna take this one and do the same thing with the blue tulle for the boy. Make sure it's lined up all the way down. Move that over a little bit. Make sure it's covering it all. And there we go. Again, I'm just going to go like that. I'm going to let it dry. Now it's in place. I don't think that's even. I'm going to have to pull that up here and check the bottom. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to sew it on all the way around. So I'm going to have to change my thread. I don't know what colors I'm going to do yet, but maybe blue around it. And then there's this one, and this one goes this way. And I'll be back after they're dry and I sew them. Okay, beautiful beings. I went back and forth on this. I don't know if these look cute. I think they're cute, but I don't know. But anyway, I glued this one down. I glued that one down. I haven't sewed them yet because I had to figure out what position I wanted all the little stamps that I made out of our little embellishments we made out of our stamps to go. Okay. And this still needs a bow, and that still needs a bow. But I haven't gotten it far yet. I'm just trying to position them, and yeah. I was on and off the fence about this, but I'm doing it. I'm not going to doubt myself. I'm just going to do it. I think it looks cute. And I'm going to sew that in before I sew it. Or vice versa. I don't know. And then I think I want that one that way. Yeah. I even doubt myself sometimes. I just didn't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm doing it, so I think it looks cute. What do you think, beautiful things? Now all I gotta do is put a bow on this and sew that in. Okay, now we're gonna do the girl one. These are basically all the embellishments we made. I just don't want to get too close to the edge because I don't want the sewing machine to sew on them. And I gotta sew that button in. And I want the bird like right like that. Let's see, I used a stork on a boy and I used the bird on a girl. I just wanted different pops of color on the belly bands. Put that right there. Okay. And I think I'll have the bottle like right there. Bottle there. And this one. So what do you think, beautiful beings? I had to mute it because somebody was out here making noises. Of course it is a kitchen. But all I gotta do is sew those buttons in and then sew around them. But I think I'm going to put a little lace on the edges just to bring everything in together. Okay, so let me go sew the buttons in, sew around it, and then I'll be back to do the lace. And I have to put bows on the bottles also. Okay, beautiful beings, I got the boy one done. I sewed the one button, and then the other one I glued it because it had 4 holes and I wasn't going to deal with the tiny holes. Okay, now I have this. I sewed this. That's what it looks like. I mean, it's okay as it is. The sewing did bring everything together, but I just want to make it a little bit more girly. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit that has a color on the glue. Let's see if I can wipe that off. There's a little color on there. Right, I just want to put a little bit of glue here, and then I'm going to tuck some underneath the button, so I'm just going to put a little bit on here. Okay, right here. I'm going to lift that button up, put some underneath it. I think I put it on the wrong side. I did. It's alright. It's alright, beautiful things. So I'm going to put that there. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this along here. Like this. Just to blend everything together. And glue all over. So I'm going to push that up. And I do need a little bit more glue right here. And yes, my glue does have a hint of glue to it. I must have got marker on the tip of my glue somehow. There's that. And then I'm going to put a little bit glue here. And I think this will just bring it all together well, very well. Okay. That there. And then just some right there. I did it too thick. Screwing this all up, aren't I, beautiful beings? And then once these are dry, I'm going to glue them in my journal, my baby journal and my boy journal, my baby girl journal and my boy journal, and I'll show them to you. Okay? But I think they're coming. I think they turned out cute, even though I was worried about it. I don't know why I was worried about it. Probably because this wasn't there yet, the sewing, and it just didn't look like it blended together, but now it does. And as you can see, I put a bow on each of my bottles. Okay? So when these are dry, I'm going to glue them in, and then I'll show you. Okay, beautiful beings. Here's our girl belly band. I think it looks super cute. I'll give you a super close-up. Everything. I think it looks adorable. And I'm just going to stick that in there to show you. A cute belly band. And here's our boy belly band going up and down. Just to show you that you can make cute embellishments out of your stamps for whatever project coordinates with your stamps. And I'll just stick this one in here. Okay. So that concludes my 3-part series of my 6 baby stamps. Beautiful beings. I used them all for embellishments. So if you have your stamps, use them up, beautiful beings. And there's my collection of baby stamps. Okay, the bottle, the safety pin, the onesie, the little bottle, the stork with a bundle of joy, and a dove with a letter. I hope I inspired you to get your stamps out and use them up, beautiful beings. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. Have a wonderful everything.